Hey, what's going on, guys? Skogey here, back with a brand new video for you all again. Back here at R1. This is January 17th, Heat 2 of 3. This is a position heat race that we're doing that will set the position for the final feature race that comes up next. I qualified into 7th position, which isn't terrible, but there's only like 11 drivers, so not great either. Um, I mean, towards the back. I didn't think I was going to really be able to pass too many people either, because I actually had a huge, like, oh god, it's not coming to me right now, but there's like a piece of wiring exposed in the right front tire, so I wasn't very confident in my kart. I wasn't very confident in myself because I had just put down a pretty rough time. I think my best time in the first heat was 37 seconds. Oh, 36.9, yeah, so I wasn't very confident going into this race, and this race didn't help that either. The transponder on my kart was actually a little messed up this race, so 4 of my laps didn't count right, and it said I was in last place the whole race, which sucked. Some of my best laps didn't count, which sucked, so I was just really in the wrong headspace, which is not good for racing at all. So obviously you're racing against your opponents, and I am paying attention to that and worried about that, but I'm much more worried about racing myself, especially in this video here, which was over a month ago now at this point, now that I'm finally getting around to making videos, because I'm shit at keeping a schedule with the YouTube videos for some reason. Follow my TikTok, I'm consistent there, but I am worried about racing other people and beating these other people around me, but I'm much more just trying to beat my times and be smooth and get better at the track. And I was able to do that in this race. I just, I could have been doing a lot better if I wasn't so worried about it. I'm pretty proud of this pass here I made on my on my little brother. He got just a little squirrely exiting both those turns, and I exited my switchback pretty perfectly. But that's pretty much all that happened during this race. I know it's disappointing to hear just a minute or so in, but we really evened out with the position time qualifying. We all had fairly even karts. I didn't really do any battling. All the people behind me were slower than me. All the people in front of me were faster than me. And when it works so perfectly like that, you just kind of end up spreading out and not really racing each other much. There was more passing in the feature, but yeah, no, I was just kind of trying to put down laps, but I couldn't even get an accurate read on how good my good laps were, and all I was seeing were not great laps, so that hurt my attitude going into the next few races. It's so odd to me how it really is just how much you think you can do. When you go into a race confident, you can get so much more out of the kart and out of yourself, and just stay calm, hit your marks, like everything. You can get into more of a flow state when you're confident. And I don't know what triggers that confidence in me, because, I mean, this time, sure, there were a lot of factors that hurt my confidence, but removing these things doesn't necessarily give me the confidence either. Like, the confidence has to just be there on its own, because I haven't quite figured out how to hype myself up in that sort of way, unless, I don't know, maybe I should race against some of the other non-high speed people before I jump into the high speed club to boost my ego. I don't even know. Actually, I should mention, I have done a few public races where I took a pretty long break from doing them because I wanted to get better at this higher speed. But in the last month I've done a couple, and I definitely do beat up on the public speed guys, and that's fun to weave through them like they're standing still. But yeah, no, definitely still not quite where I could be with these high speed guys. Some of them are even hitting under 34 seconds now, or not under 34, under 35 in the 34-second range, which is crazy to me. But yeah, I've been hitting more public races to try to get my pro skill up, because there's like the leaderboard on the club speed thing, and I want to be in the top 100 for the track, just because I feel like I'm probably towards the top 100 of the skill ladder. I don't see how I wouldn't be. There's not that many people in the high speed club, so I think I'm in the top 100. So I want to be there on the scoreboard, but I'm still, I don't know, probably like 100 or so points, I don't know, my rating away. And honestly, this race tanked my rating, because it put me in dead fucking last, because it didn't count my laps right. So I lost, like, I don't know, I want to say 90, but it might have been 60. It's one of those, though. I lost a ton of points that I should have gained points in this race, because I have less pro skill than a few of the people behind me, solely because they've raced a few more times than I have. I think I only had like 20-ish races on my account at this point, which, you know, I mean, the leader of this race, for example, Brandon, probably has 500. I was, you know, I was doing fine, and it sucks that my pro skill got tanked for something that wasn't my fault, but, I mean, I guess I just gotta get good and keep grinding. So there will be some videos of me grinding public speeds. This here, this next lap was my best lap, followed by my worst lap, actually, but this was my best lap. I don't know exactly what it was, but I know it was around 36.4. But yeah, no, I don't have the actual time for it, because it was one of the ones that the transponder broke on, so I just had to do my own stopwatch timing, and I don't know, I'm not too precise with mine. I got a really good angle going through the S's here. A little bit of slide there, which was, you know, gonna happen, and then I exited a little wide, which kept it from being, I'll say, one of my perfect laps for what this kart was anyway, but wasn't terrible. And I choked going into the next lap. I don't know why I felt the need to change something. Honestly, I feel like I knew that I left something on the table during that last lap, and I was trying to make up for it, but I ended up coming out literally a second slower, so whatever I was trying to do didn't work. I think we're just about coming up on the end here, though. I'm pretty sure it's a 12-lap race, and this is where it ends. I don't know. It's frustrating. Like I said, I was in my head all race in a bad way, and you know, just not doing what I needed to do. Good laps, good experience, especially running in a not great kart. I always love getting the laps in, but it's hard to commentate over what is essentially a dud of a race. Just not because of anything bad happening, but just because I mean, it's not terrible, but I wasn't really making any improvements. I wasn't really learning all that much. I was just kind of, you know, putting the time in, and they happen. I've kind of committed to posting all of the races I get, so you can see the journey of what I'm doing here. You can see where I just lost a ton of time hitting that wall coming through. But you know, not every step of the journey is making progress. Not every bit of the mountain is uphill. You know, you gotta dip down a little bit too. So yeah, now I'm just cooling down. I tried to find my little brother, because I was honestly surprised he didn't get past me. He didn't have a very good race either, though. You saw he was quite a bit behind me coming out of the corner. Especially with how he was battling me in that first corner. I thought he was going to be able to catch up to me at some point, but I don't know. We just both kind of flopped today. And this is that. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the feature. I think it's a 15 lap or a 30 lap. I gotta look. I'm being fucking stupid. Maybe 15 lap feature. 15 lap feature. 15 lap feature. Where is it? Where? Blah, 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 blah. Oh no, it's a 30 lap feature. Okay. Yeah, stay tuned for the 30 lap feature. That'll be next year on the channel. See y'all later.